looking for potential wick fill buys here, guys. At the break of this candle's high, stop loss is probably going to be around here, so be a 10 or so pip stop loss. Got a close above resistance, some clean candles to the left. It is counter trend, so actually gonna reduce risk here a little bit, and we can see where we can potentially go. Right, so we in, and yeah, let's see. Potential to fill this wick, which is around, what, 16 pips away. We could potentially come back up and reject this area over here, just because it was previous support. We are in a downtrend, as you can see, so this is counter trend. Exactly why I lowered risk, and yeah, stop loss below this current candle low, and now we just gotta wait and see. I'm also anticipating price to sort of continue now as we have retested this resistance zone. You can see with this low wick on this current candle. So yeah, worst case scenario, I mean, as I said, we lowered risk and we have quite a small stop loss, 12 pip stop loss. Potential here looking at around, I mean, if we really get volume, probably 30 pips. It'll be interesting to see if we do end up breaking this candle high. So yeah, we'll try and hold it if we do. But let's wait and see. If this was with the trend, I mean, I would take this trade with a higher lot size, feeling a lot more confident, but because we've had such a bearish day so far, I think it's, yeah, a little bit. If we look here, you can see if we go to the 4 hour, we have come down quite a lot today, as well as on the 1 hour as well. So we're at the moment just trying to correct that move. You can see we saw about 10 pips there, so pushing decently nicely right now. I will probably look at, it's quite tough. I'll put my stop loss at entry once we come to around here, this sort of 23.47 area, just because that's probably going to be where we'll likely see some sort of a rejection if we do start seeing a rejection. But I'm just hoping at the moment that we can continue through up towards this sort of 23.48 area. I'm actually going to move my stop loss to the flip here, guys, just to manage a little bit of risk, because I do think that if we flip from here, we're actually at quite a rejection area to the left. That's also on the 15-minute to 15-minute support, so we could just turn support to resistance here now that we've filled the majority of this wick with no potential to continue up. So I do think that at the moment this is the safest play. Now my stop loss is only 4 pips, so really small stop. And yeah, potential just to let this continue running. I'm kind of hoping now that we just break the previous 30-minute candle high and keep it moving, but a bit slow at the moment. So just gotta wait and see. I think if we do break the previous 30-minute high, I will potentially look at putting my stop loss at entry, just so that it's a bit of a risk-free trade. Because yeah, I'm not personally a huge fan of counter trend trading, so I think that this would certainly be quite a good one, just to be able to at least let it run pretty much risk free. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my stop loss at entry and let this sort of run. I'll likely close potentially if we do come up to this sort of level, because then we're going to be looking like we're up maybe 20 or so pips. Just see if we can get a bit more of a push. The great thing about this position now, guys, is obviously that it is risk-free. So obviously it would be nice to get a win out of it, but the fact that I can't lose any money on this trade is just a bonus. And yeah, the thing about moving your stop loss to entry is you have to be okay with coming out of the trade. You're accepting pretty much that you can potentially come out of the trade with nothing, but coming out of the trade with nothing is infinitely better than coming out the trade with a loss after being up in profits. So that's sort of why I tend to shift towards putting the stop loss at entry. But we're moving quite nice at the moment. There we've just seen about 20 pips, so we also have our 15-minute candle closing shortly, so that'll be hopefully a nice strong 15-minute close. Next candle can sort of just push through. We have comics coming up as well, so that's going to be one of the volume times that we have during this NY Open, but that's at 20 past, so 20 minutes after New York Open, so 20 past 9 New York time. But yeah, at the moment we are moving on quite nicely. Probably going to look at securing at around this area like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to secure here to be safe. So you can see that it was a really nice trade, played out pretty nicely, had a few confluences in our favor, and yeah, closed with around 20 pips profit, which was great. Oh, sorry, 25 pips profit, which was great. And just understood we closed above resistance, had the clean candles to the left, looked for our type B wick fill entry, got that as well, so waited for a retest of this zone over here, the resistance, and we pushed through. So fantastic trade all around. Didn't see any drawdown, which was great as well. And yeah, now we just keep it moving on to the next one. This was the start of the week, so hopefully we'll move through the week with a few more trades, and hopefully we've closed just the right points here as well, because you can see prices starting to reject, and I do believe that that's because of this level to the left as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that one, and hopefully we have a good week going forward.